Good afternoon and welcome to the snow globe that is Benedetti-Wehrli Stadium on the campus of North Central College for the second round of the NCAA Division III Football Championship as the defending national champion North Central Cardinals make their playoff debut this season, hosting the Panthers of Hanover College. Alongside Grant Sabo, I am Alex Campbell. Thank you so much for joining us here on ESPN Plus. And Grant, another year of playoffs here in Naperville, and we're greeted by quite the weather day here, and it's quite a day of weather across the upper Midwest, one of several games being impacted by the elements. We are, thankfully for us, warm and dry up here in our perch at Benedetti-Wehrli Stadium, but I think we've got a really fun game of football ahead of us.
Yeah, it actually reminds me of the last time that Hanover came here, which was the last time we had a snow game like this back in 2018.
Cardinals saw a little bit of snow in the playoffs last year in their national quarterfinal victory over Springfield, but it was nothing quite like this. The motion man at running back is Blake Nation. Raudebush hands to Nation, gets around the right side and has room to run. Blake Nation for a first down and a whole lot more down the far sideline, and Kyler Green pushes him down at the North Central 30. Big play on the first snap from scrimmage for the Panthers. 3 out of 4 last week on fourth down against Grove City. On the season, they are 65%. Cardinals will rush 4. Raudebush stands in. He's in trouble, and he trips up under his own feet on the snow. I think Bobby Medina will get credit for the sack, but truly it's Mother Nature who forces the turnover on downs.
Yeah, really. I mean, the footing out there is just playing havoc. You see with the Cardinals and how slow they are at reacting when typically, you know, it's next to impossible to run outside on this team, and they were able to get outside a few times.
Yeah,
especially for that long gainer, and then, you know, the quarterback just trying to plant. And I think trying to kick a field goal there off your plant foot when it's a little bit wobbly too, you're not going to have the distance that you normally do. So I agree with the decision to go for it. It was just an execution issue.
On the punt, this is Nick Stoner, the freshman, and he fumbled the ball. Stoner is wrapped up, and Jalen Johnson gets the sack in the end. Also in on the play was number 5, David Ballard III. It'll be first and goal, North Central, and these are the sorts of miscues on a day like today, Grant, you have to avoid. Here is Aiden Ellison for the Cardinals. Ellison, 12 out of 13 on the season with a long of 57. Chip Dose has the task of holding this football. Ellison's kick is up, and it is good. The Cardinals get on the board with 6:35 to go, and they lead 3-0 off the foot of the first-team all-conference kicker, Aiden Ellison. Any points are good points today.
Yeah, especially today. It's going to be so hard to get going, and there's going to be a lot of kind of freak things that are going to happen, so take them where you can get them.
Hanover are 0 for 3 on third down now. They are 0 for 2 on fourth down so far in this game, though technically that fumbled punt does count as one of those. 4th and 2. Raudebush empties the backfield and now sends a man in motion. Raudebush throwing to the right side, has a man complete for a first down to Jack Pennington.
Perfectly executed play. That's exactly what they needed.
Diamond and Banker, both tight ends, are lined up as H-backs. Wilson, play action, is going to look to go long, and he's looking for Rummel, who is open, and here goes Jack Rummel. Rummel spinning, and he's brought down inside the 25. And we see Wilson air it out. Both Skokna and Rummel got behind the defense, and the Cardinals take advantage of this aggressive Hanover secondary.
Yeah, they brought in that 2 tight end set and looked like they were going to run the ball, only to take a stab at it. I think it was a 2-receiver route.
Again, they were both open. In the end, a touchdown-saving tackle by number 5, Kane Powell-Smith. 3rd and goal from the 1. Rashid up the middle, zap is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cardinals. Oh, look out. There'll be 2nd down and 5 in the end. Raudebush, straight drop back, under pressure, throwing downfield, it's intercepted. Receiver fell down, and in the end, Braden Garrigan said, thank you very much. Scotty Johnson, the intended receiver, and that's just bad luck for the Panthers as the Cardinals get their 2nd turnover of the ballgame. UW-La Crosse on the board, 9-0 over Hope right now. 4th and 2. Wilson keeps it, Flips it to McAtee, who got the first down barely. As the wipe off the ball again. 4th and 2. Zeb Rashid checks in. Dawson Trebolo is the fullback. Skokna the motion man. 4th and 2. Right up the middle goes Zeb Rashid. He's got the first down and plows his way through the snow inside the 20. First down on a second consecutive 4th down conversion for North Central. 4th and 11. Offense is still on the field, so they will go for this. They're 2 for 2 on the drive, but now just 1 out of 6 on 3rd down. Wilson to throw. 3-man rush. Wilson steps up. Receiver slipped, and the ball is low and wide to Rummel. It's a turnover on downs. And we will go to halftime here in Naperville. 10-0 the score. North Central leading Hanover. And in Grant Sabo, I'm not sure what we expected, but the elements continue to dictate the state of play. The Cardinals are on track to advance once again here with another win, potentially at home in the postseason. But if you're Hanover, a 10-point deficit is not a big problem.
No, I mean, especially given the elements and, you know, one slip or a missed tackle or whatever, and that's a touchdown. So, I mean, this is, I wouldn't say best case scenario for Hanover, but this is an excellent scenario for them. They're coming in here playing the #1 ranked team in the country, and they're only down 10-0 at halftime.
Still a very competitive game, as they tend to be in the Division III football championship playoffs. We will take a break, though, here on ESPN Plus from Naperville. Take a break here for halftime. Second half of the Cardinals and the Panthers is coming up in just a few minutes. Stay with us here on ESPN. As you saw in the replay, that ball was very secure. Cardinals bring a blitz. Raudebush is in trouble. Raudebush running around. Still Raudebush, nowhere to go, and he's dropped for a big loss. Danny Nuccio on the sack. 1st and 10 at the 31. At least that's what Jim Godo in the press box to the right of us is saying. I can't tell you where this ball is. Skokna gets the pitch, has some blockers, and is going backwards. Well, now he's still on his feet. Oh, boy. Thomas Skokna the other way. Skokna's got no one in front of him, and it's a crazy touchdown for the Cardinals.
Did you see Garrett Wilson throw that block to spring him, too?
I don't know how much contact Garrett made, but he
it was enough to slow him down. There was a guy that could have made that play, and Garrett Wilson got in his way.
Well, we knew we'd see some weird stuff today. What a ridiculous play. Thomas Skokna, I think on a drier day there, Grant Sabo was dead to rights, 6 or 7 yards in the backfield.
I mean, maybe. I don't know. I've been saying all day you can't change directions. And Thomas Skokna said, well, watch me.
I will stop and do a big loop the other way. Touchdown for Skokna on what was supposed to be a jet sweep and turned into whatever that was.
Reverse. Self-reverse.
31 yards on the run. And the Cardinals extend their lead. Ellison is on for the extra point. Out of the hold of Dose, and that unit continues to do excellently today. 17-0 Cardinals with 10:03 to go. Let's take another look at this. So it's a handoff to Skokna.
Yeah, somebody missed the block there.
And you're going to see Garrett Wilson.
Yeah, just got a piece of that guy.
And there goes Skokna.
He was able to elongate his strides too. Reverse directions and hit the afterburners.
Yeah, you got to start the stride short until you get up to speed.
Right.
And then you're going to see here Golden, the right guard somewhere in there, blocked a guy 15 yards back. Tyson Kramer, the left tackle, ends up as the lead blocker on the play. You'll take points however you can get them today, and that time it's the nation's leader in touchdown receptions who gets it done for the Cardinals. Referee didn't need to tell us all of that, but I appreciate when they communicate. Great. 4th and 8. Scotty Johnson goes in motion. Big play for Ian Raudebush and the Panthers. Cardinals bring a blitz. Raudebush with time, stands in, delivers over the middle. That ball is incomplete. It's knocked away by Kenny Rutherford. Garrett Wilson fakes to Zeb Rashid and has a wide open Grant McAtee. He's got space and he's got Rummel blocking. McAtee across midfield and brought down inside Hanover territory. Great play there by the Cardinals. There's Garrett Wilson and Zeb Rashid preparing for 1st and 10 North Central at the 46-yard line of Hanover. Wilson back to throw. A lot of time. Wilson looking long for Thomas Skokna. Touchdown! The sort of throw that Garrett Wilson's had all season finally pays off for Thomas Skokna. He slides into home and slides into a score for the Cardinals. The nation's leading touchdown receiver strikes again. Extra point is up. Extra point is good again. Chip Dose putting on a holding clinic today. The Cardinal punter has not let anything slip as we take another look at this rainbow throw for a touchdown. Garrett Wilson all the time in the world, and number 7 is on the other end of it.
Yeah, I want to shout out Nate Boylan, too, because the snaps have been on the money, and that is very, very difficult in these conditions.
If I know the way that these Cardinals players and coaches operate, I bet those two were out here before anybody today in the snow.
Yep.
Just over and over again doing those snaps. They are going to punt the football, and I don't personally love that call.
Why would you do that? At this point in the game, you got to make something happen. You're conceding defeat with a punt here.
Yeah, we are now into the portion of the game where margin of victory doesn't really matter.
No, it doesn't matter at all.
Punting has been a bit of an adventure today for Hanover. Nick Stoner on for the 5th time. Bobbled it, and it's blocked. Jalen Johnson scoops it up. Jalen Johnson stays on his feet. And for the 2nd time this season, Jalen Johnson blocks and scores on the same punt.
Wow.
He's in the backfield here with Blake Nation, the running back to his left. 3 wide receivers. Make that a 4th now with Johnson flaring out. 4th down, Raudebush flushed by Johnson. Raudebush stepping up. Raudebush looking downfield. There's nowhere to go. Ball is tipped in the air, out of bounds, and incomplete. It's a turnover on downs, and the Cardinals take over. Yeah, the snow has slowed up in terms of the amount falling and the rate it's falling at in this second half, but it's still snowing. It's still windy. Still generally unpleasant. 1st and goal. Wilson, play action. Jalen Johnson bobbled. Did he get a foot down after he caught it? Yes, he did, as he goes careening into the fence behind the end zone. And Jalen Johnson has his first touchdown reception at Benedetti-Wehrli Stadium. 2nd down. Good hole here for Williams. Williams going toward the goal line, and he is in for a touchdown. Well, if anybody deserved it today for how they've played on this Hanover offense, Josh Williams, the freshman running back from Alabama in the snow, gets the score and gets Hanover on the board. Blaze, the junior from Chatham, Illinois. Under 30 seconds. Here is, Demir Asheru is going to keep the football. And Asheru cutting up field. Demir still going, and he's slung down after picking up a 1st down. That should do it. Should do it, though, as Asheru gets his carry. A couple guys just giving some pats on the head to celebrate another playoff victory in this building. The Cardinals, much in that same way, you've got to go back a very long way to the last time North Central lost a postseason game here at Benedetti-Wehrli Stadium. That does not change today. The Cardinals are 11-0 and on to the round of 16. Final score here in Naperville. North Central 38, Hanover 6. Thank you for tuning in wherever you were around the country today or just down the street here in Naperville. We hope you join us again next week for the round of 16 as the North Central Cardinals look to carve yet another path through the snow, through the wind, through the rain, and through the D3 football championships toward yet another Stag Bowl appearance. That is going to do it for our broadcast today, though, here from Naperville. For our entire Naperville Community Television crew, for everybody here at North Central Athletics who makes these broadcasts possible. For my broadcast partner, Grant Sabo, I'm Alex Campbell saying so long from Benedetti-Wehrli Stadium, and we'll see you right back here next week on ESPN Plus for another Cardinal playoff game day. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, everyone.